This one actually is interesting. Everybody's been kind of awaiting what the stuff in September with the brand new Batman line, but we've got to forget that you're going to have Jim Lee started off in March, and they're doing a couple of cool things right here. They've got the Batman Hush 2 early release, so they're trying to target things for comic book stores, and hopefully this helps bring in a little bit more attention. Comic stores can sell the Batman 158 early at 6:08 p.m., reflecting the 2002 debut timing. Fans attending the launch parties, which I'm sure are going to be at local comic book stores. If anybody has a local comic book store out there, DM us over at the Instagram at Shadow Nose Network and let us know if you guys are throwing any launch parties or anything else, and we'll put that up. But they get the people that get there get a sneak peek of the ashcan, which is, ashcan's a smaller, kind of back in the days, like the term ashcan, a throwaway edition of like a black and white preview of a book.
Hmm.
So you're going to be able to get this. These generally now become a little bit more collector's items. But the sneak peek ashcan will be a Batman 159. They're going to have a glow in the dark variant cover available for retailers ordering 25 Batman's 159 ashcans. Chances are there's going to be several of these retailers purchasing this because this is probably going to be an in-demand book. And you get the Batman 158 giant size special edition for an oversized artwork experience. So that's going to be the giant size artwork editions. It's going to be blown up to the 11 by 17. So what an actual artist in comics draws upon. You'll be able to see all the fine detail and everything else that like artist Jim Lee and all the colorists and everybody put into this at like the actual true scale they're drawing at. And I'm looking at the glow in the dark one's interesting. Jesus Christ, 5,700. But $57. Okay, I was gonna say, wow, man, that's a heck of an issue. But when you look at, so like I said again, I like the throwback to the old ash can, and like I said, Jim Lee's gonna do his thing. Like there's things like the clock ticks, Jim Lee draws, he brings interest in. Is anyone else in the group excited about this or planning to go? I know no one's probably going to go to like a launch party, but is anybody planning to pick up this series when it comes out?
If I knew where a launch party was, I'd go.
Okay, well, we have to find one out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing that you pick up to read, but as a retailer, I think it's almost worth, buying a couple hundred of these issues that you can essentially just throw away to get the retailer variant. So because those sell for crazy amounts of money, and you just make it off this. But
is that what Dr. Brentley's Collectibles is going to do?
Nope. Not yet, anyway, unless this works, in which case, yes, you will see a lot more of that.
I can tell you, I've already talked to a shop that I go to about the glow in the dark variant, and he was like, all right. I said, just give me a price. Let me know.
Yeah, give him a price for 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's no Ghost Rider.
For that.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, well,
that's a glow in the dark cover.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's still let me tell you something. Like almost 35 years later, it's still
it's radioactive. That's why it still glows.
But this is again, Jim Lee, Jeph Loeb. You can't go wrong. Alex Sinclair, the great Scott Williams on inks. The band's all back together. DC's trying to hit some stuff out, and then after this series. You've got Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez starting the new Batman #1 with a new costume and everything else. So they're trying to build some momentum. And there was an article that was taking place how people now were calling Jim Lee a little bit more of a visionary due to the switching to Lunar distributions during the point. He was getting a lot of flack. And now a lot of people are saying, wow, he saw that coming. So hopefully they're on another good trend over DC Comics because, again, comics need some wins. And I would definitely love to see this issue legitimately sell out. Don't do the thing that we're selling more than Dogman. Really put the real numbers up for us.
Think about what DC's done now. They turned to Mattel. They've turned to James Gunn. They've turned to Jeph Loeb and Jim Lee. They're just on a whole revolution to try to compete with Marvel.
They
and it
also
could-
canceled the video game for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to play that shit anyway.
That's why they canceled it.
Yeah. So they're on this. There's on this big push to try to compete with Marvel.
Mhm.
Best of luck to them, but they got some big wigs in there to try to move some numbers and move the franchise forward.
Well, if this is how you want to sell books, right? Because you get people excited for Jim Lee and Jeph Loeb coming back to comics. Okay, it's been 20 years.
Mhm.
Now, after that, how do you keep that momentum up? Well, we're starting the book fresh again. It's going to be a brand new #1. And so that is something that I think people will at least hang on for one more issue, right? If you've gotten those 12 of Hush, you're going to, okay, well, let's see what they do. So I do think it's smart, if a little bit cynical of them to do this, but I think it's the best shot for them to actually sell some books again.
Yeah, and again, they're starting off with Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez, and Jorge Jimenez has been doing it for, like, he did the Batman and Robin series. He's a good artist, so they've gotten, like, at least they're not following up Jim Lee with just the so-so artist, and it kind of tanks the line in. They actually are starting out with good writer, good artist after that. So we're gonna see, but yeah, you're right. DC is on fire.